Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's a camera I've had for a little while now. Most of my recent videos have been filmed on it. If you're new to my channel, my name is Andy and a lot of my content is around fitness, tech sales, and just pretty much my life really. So at the moment we're out in Mallorca on holiday, currently training for our half marathon. But today we are out on a cycle and I'm going to be taking you through the DJI Osmo Pocket and some of the footage you can get with it. Bit of a disclaimer for this video, we do not have helmets on because our hotel did not supply them. So we would be wearing them.
We have gears.
Yeah, our bikes barely have any gears. We would be wearing helmets, but yeah, unfortunately the hotel doesn't have them. So we're trying to be as safe as possible. Currently I've got the active tracking on, so it is following me no matter where I go, following my face. We're also now on an unpaved road, which is a little bit bumpy, and you'll be able to see, I guess, how good the gimbal is on this camera with it being a bit bouncy over those little potholes, and just seeing if the camera is holding steady, which it should be with the gimbal on there. It's pretty good. And this is our route. I'm now going to flip it so you can see in front and again how the gimbal performs. I would also say that the Osmo Pocket is quite a sturdy camera. I'm not sure if it's designed to be like an action camera at all, but I've dropped it down a flight of stairs and it seems to be working fine still. And when you do turn the camera off, it shuts itself, or the lens part of the camera shuts itself to protect it, which I think is really cool. And it also comes in a protective case as well. So when you aren't using it, you can put it in there to make sure it is all safe and secure. When it comes to zoom capabilities with the Osmo Pocket, it doesn't really have the best. So if you're expecting something incredible from that side of things, probably not the best camera. This is as good as it gets. I'm about to zoom in on Kesney, and that is as far as the zoom goes. So yeah, nothing amazing. A little bit of zoom if you need it, but I guess this camera isn't really aimed at being something you can zoom in on subjects and from really far away or long distances. But if Kesney now looks at me, you can still activate the tracking of the face quite easily, even with the zoom. And it's still pretty good quality with this zoom as well. There it is, that is the zoom on my face, as you can see. And it is now raining.
The first bit of rain we've had, to be fair.
It is, first bit of rain. But yes, if there was one critique of this camera, it would be the zoom. But like I said, if you're probably not exactly what you're gonna get out of this camera. So since we got back from our cycle this morning, it's pretty much been raining all afternoon. So I'm only now just getting out on my 10K run, which is run number 1 of this week. It's part of half marathon training, and I'm just going to run to a nearby town called Petra, which is about 5K away, and then 5K back to the hotel. But wanted to test the camera out a little bit on this run, and again give some pointers as to why I think it's such a good camera if you're somebody who vlogs, wants to use it for cycling, running, and some of the cool features about it, which I found really useful since making this my kind of main camera to use. So one really cool feature of the Osmo Pocket is the follow mode, or active tracking, that you can enable. So if I double tap the screen on my face, the camera is now going to follow my face no matter where the camera goes. Ultimately just keeping it in frame at all times. So if you're somebody who is vlogging and you want to make sure you're staying in frame, or if you're out cycling, running, whatever. Number one, it follows you, but because of the gimbal as well, it should be pretty steady and not jumpy at all, like if you were filming on your iPhone, for example. So really cool feature again for the Osmo Pocket, especially if, like I said, vlogging or out cycling, out running, and you just want to make sure you're staying in frame the entire time. Woo, it's hot out here. The warm one, I think it's about 25, 26. But this place, honestly, so good to run. The roads, because it's a cycling, or it's known as a cycling destination, so the roads you're running on are like, there's not a pothole in sight. So it's also amazing for running. Absolutely love it here, and it's dead quiet. If you find some of these back roads off the main roads, then you don't see anyone for ages. Okay, gonna head back to the hotel now and head to the spa, as they've got sauna, steam room, cold shower, a pool. Perfect place to recover post a 10k run, especially as my left shin's a little bit sore, which I'm hoping is not the start of shin splints, because I haven't had that in a while. I'm thinking it's just a little bit of tightness that I probably just need to stretch out, so fingers crossed on that one.
So another point I would make on this camera, and probably my favourite thing about it, is just how easy it is to carry around. As the name would suggest, the Osmo Pocket, it literally does fit inside your pocket. So again, super easy to go travelling with, doesn't take up any space in your luggage. Really easy to carry. If you're out running or cycling, you won't tire out at all. You can just store it in a pocket somewhere. So from that standpoint, again, it's just really useful to have. Also, you don't have to change any lenses with this camera. It just comes as standard. You switch it on and the ISO settings and everything, the lighting, the brightness, everything is just as it is. Now, obviously, if you're somebody who wants super impressive footage, cinematic photography, whatever, then it's probably not going to be the best camera for you, because it really is just a case of flicking the screen and it's good to go. But if you're somebody who wants a good vlogging camera to be able to capture moments when you're on holiday, traveling, training, whatever, then it probably is a really good camera, because again, it's super easy just to set up, put somewhere, flick it on, and you're good to go. Price wise, you're looking at about £500, and you can purchase a number of accessories for the camera. So a wide angle lens if you need it, a battery pack, microphone if you needed that as well. So if potentially you're going to be further away from the camera, then a microphone might be useful, but I think the audio from this aspect is pretty good. So overall, for me, this camera is just perfect. Like I said, it's really easy to use. You can just flick the screen, you're good to go, and it's got a number of different settings that you can utilize, whether that be a time lapse, video, photo. It's got a bunch of options for you there. Small and compact, it's sturdy, it can take a little bit of a beating, and it's got a number of cool features for people who are maybe using it to vlog. Obviously, depending on the footage that you've seen today in terms of how it's performed, definitely worth considering as a camera potentially if you're looking to create some content, but also if you're looking to travel and just create some memories or capture memories, then it's also a really good option to consider. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one.